Hello, we are Tailgunner, and you're watching ROCKFLESH.com.
And welcome, ROCKFLESH here at Bloodstock Festival, being serenaded by classic metal and classic Maiden in the background. And I am here with Tailgunner, and I'm with, introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Zach, guitarist, Tailgunner.
I'm Yanni, play drums.
Craig, vocals.
Tom, bass.
Ria, guitar.
And welcome. You know, I'm really excited to talk to you, and you're basically on that stage over there in about 2 or 3 hours time. So, first question to ask is, you play a brand of metal which I used to listen to, God, in the 80s, yet you are young enough to be my grandkids. How the hell has that happened?
That's how we grew up.
Yeah.
Like, we never bothered with any of the shit that was around when we were growing up, because it's not as good as Maiden, Priest and Dio, basically. That's all we ever cared about.
So, but have you, you know, especially in a world that's really wants to look forward and stuff, to actually do something that's got a real retro feel, you know, have you always felt like you've stuck out like a bit of a sore thumb?
I think it's never a conscientious thing for us. Like I say, it's just what we grew up on, so it's kind of not this deep thing to play like retro metal or whatever. For us, it's just that's the way it's supposed to sound. So.
We're just playing heavy metal.
Yeah.
What we like, basically.
All the big influences come from that music, so you know, it's automatic.
Yeah. And I think that's what, you know, what was fantastic about Guns to Hire, the album, was it sounded like almost a lost classic from 1980. It had that real feel, but actually with some absolutely fantastic songwriting. So how does the songwriting work with you? Is it lyrics first? Is it the music first? Do you just get in a room and jam and see what happens?
It's whatever comes first, really. I mean, the first album was written whilst I was still putting the rest of the band together, and so that was done throughout a lockdown and before a lot of the lineup came together, so that was just kind of out of necessity. And then going forward, we're working on the second album right now, and that's a lot more of a collaborative thing.
So, second album, what are the thoughts? Where are you taking it? I presume you're not moving too far from that. You're not moving into Hungarian flute music or anything. You're staying within the same genre.
Very close metal. Now it's going to be 90s.
Yeah, no. Move through different there.
Yeah.
So, where are you on that cycle? You know, are you at the point now where you've actually got stuff you can actually play, or are you still sort of fiddling around with it?
We have majority of it written, I think probably all of it written. We still have a final few touches to improve here, there. So next is recording, really. Whenever we can do that. After this run of shows, we'll see.
And talk about the run of shows, you know, I was talking to you before, you've been over in Europe, you've supported the mighty Judo in Eastern Europe and stuff. You know, what are the audiences like over there? You know, I presume that they love their retro metal over in Eastern Europe. I presume good response.
The German crowd especially love the heavy metal. Like, we played a festival a few weeks ago, Headbangers open air, and the crowd was like amazing. It actually hurt my ears, the crowd did, it was that loud.
And you're here, Bloodstock. I presume you've all been to Bloodstock as punters, and you've been here before, and... No.
This is my first time being at Bloodstock, yeah.
Waiting for them to invite us to come.
We're only going to come if we play, we're not going to come...
It's been the one on the list for a while, like, well, we want to play Bloodstock, and now we're here, so we've been looking forward to this for about the past year, I think, once we got told we were going to play it, so...
And you're on the Thursday, which is actually always quite good because there's only that tent, so everybody can come and take. So, what's without giving anything away? What's your plans for later on? You know, I presume you're not going to go for big inflatable sort of mascots or anything like that, or
that's what we usually do. Full assault of heavy metal.
Yeah.
Oh, we can be big show, you know.
Yeah.
That's it. Lots of running around, hopefully not falling over. We'll see.
Excellent. So basically, sort of. What about the scene? I know you come from the northwest. We're a northwest site and stuff. So, you know, is there much of a scene you've come from? You know, and I've seen you quite a few times in Liverpool. Liverpool's not famed for its metal scene. So, you know, but what does there feel to be an underground scene coming up there?
So we're kind of spread out all over the place. So I'm from Reading, near London. Tom's based in
I'm on the
Portsmouth.
south coast.
Yeah.
I'm as far as you can get from the north.
Stoke, Manchester, Finland. So, yeah.
That's pretty north.
Yeah, that's pretty north.
So we don't really have a local
Yeah.
No,
scene to fit into.
because we're all
I think we've all been in different places
Yeah.
and now we're together. So
I think in Manchester there's quite a big metal scene in Manchester, but there's not a lot of trad, heavy metal going on. It's more core in Manchester.
And from my experience in general, I think in the north there is a bit more of a scene. It seems that like when we've been to like Manchester and Liverpool, for example, it's always been really, really great. It's been fantastic.
Scotland as well.
Scotland,
is
yeah.
amazing for heavy metal.
And I think that's one of the reasons, you know, you talk about the trad scene, you know, it's one of the reasons you really stuck out is the fact that you are doing something almost unashamedly retro, but you're doing it in such a, you know, if I can be honest, a really brilliant way. You know, a mate of mine describes me as, you know, you're an 80s cover band, but doing your own material, but doing it really, really well. You know, sort of, do you feel a bit unique in the scene in that way?
I think, like, talking about a scene, we just put together the band that we were all waiting for to come along growing up. I mean, we didn't really see anything like what we're doing out there past 1990 or something. It was like, well, fuck it, we'll do it ourselves then. So, yeah, I mean, maybe it stand out and it's a little bit unique in the sense that we'll play tonight and we're probably the only like classic metal band on the lineup, but we're very proud to carry the torch for that, because I mean, in the UK, we invented it and perfected it with Sabbath, Maiden, Priest, Motorhead, and so someone's got to fly the flag in the 2020s, and that'll be us.
And the fact that you're doing it with such youthful energy, I think that's what's so exciting about it, because, you know, frankly, the others doing classic metal are drawing their pensions, to be completely frank, but you're doing it with that such energy, and I think that's the, you know, that's what, you know, excites me about every time I see you.
Can't do it any other way.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, time is counting down. So the question we usually ask in an intimate interview is, you know, we talked about scenes, we talked about there. If you were going to do Tailgunner Fest, if someone said, right, you can take over a day of Bloodstock, you know, we'll have, you know, the Tailgunner Day, who would you have? Who would you get there? Who would you have on the bill? Who basically still really excites you?
I think definitely one that we're having the pleasure to play with tonight is Hellripper.
Yeah.
We definitely have Hellripper with us.
Great band.
I mean, you got your classics like Maiden, Priest, Halloween, like.
We bring Lemmy back as well to headline. Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
are there any other, you know, bands that you tour with, or, you know, up and coming bands who say, actually, we really want to give these guys a go because we really like what they're doing?
Yeah, I mean, there's some great bands around. I mean, Riot City from Canada, they're a great band. Speed metal stuff. Enforcer from Sweden. There's plenty of cool bands around. You know, we just got to get them all together in one place.
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure to speak to you. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the tent in a couple of hours' time. And new album. So when should we expect it? Next year.
2025.
Next 25. Early, late 25, or just 25?
When the metal gods will it.
When the metal gods decide they're coming.
we'll
Brilliant.
tell you after the gig.
That's all. Let me know. Thank you very much. It's been a joy to speak to you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.